I'm Dr. Asa, and this show is about your health and your life. It's about helping you make the right kind of choices every single day for your health and for your life. It's also to help you reach your potential and become the best version of you. Are you ready? Let's go. I'm so excited about the show today. I have two of my close friends that I just love dearly, Chris and Miriam Bair. They're the founders of Ketochow. You know, I talk about it a lot all the time, but today we're going to dig in a little deeper on the keto diet and ways to really make that a part of your lifestyle. Now, we know the keto diet has come on strong, and the science is behind it. And what I love so much is that the physicians and the medical community have really got behind it as a solid piece of what you can add to your normal routine to really help your body function in a great way. The great thing I love about Ketochow, why I'm such a huge fan, I use it myself, is because it does kind of what they say on the box. It makes keto easy, and it really, really does. So we're going to talk about that today and get you moving in the right direction. So I'm so excited you're with us. Chris and Miriam Bair, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hey, guys. I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks.
All right,
Yeah,
so let's jump in and just get started with a little bit of your journey. How did you come up in the middle of this keto diet world with the concept of Ketochow?
Well, Miriam and I like to do things that are, I guess, essential, that make things easy for ourselves and for other people. I'm also an engineer, and so I'm always trying to simplify things. I'm also kind of a bit lazy, but I just wanted to make things really, really simple. I started a keto diet, and there's a lot of things that you need to do. You need to get the right vitamins, the right minerals, the right protein. You don't get enough sodium, and you're going to end up with, well, they call it the keto flu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not enough salt, not enough potassium. Hey, there it is, keto flu.
Here it is right here. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, keep going.
Yep. So, but I was finding it difficult to get the right nutrition with going to work it.
Okay.
I just didn't have the time to cook bacon and eggs every morning for breakfast, a steak for lunch or whatever, and
right.
or I was going to like Wendy's and getting a bunless burger, and then I was going back to get another one because it just wasn't very filling, and it was costing me like $10.
Right.
And so I thought, there's got to be an easier way. There was kind of a movement online of these people who are coming up with recipes for a complete meal that was a shake.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really interesting. So I started messing around with that, came up with a recipe, just was blogging about it on the internet.
Mm-hmm. And
a bunch of people were like, hey, that sounds cool, but I don't want to make it. Can you make some for me?
Can you make it for me?
So, and it started off real small with just, I would get home from work every day and put some stuff together and mail it out. And then it got to the point where I was like, hey, Miriam, can you help me with this? And so I was mixing it up and she was shipping it out. Yeah. Then we started bringing in family and friends, and then it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah.
Turns out that a lot of other people are looking for a way to simplify getting the right nutrition on a keto diet.
Right.
It doesn't hurt that Ketochow tastes like melted ice cream, and you can make it in the ice cream if you really want to.
That's why I saved this one, the Irish cream.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
It's amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just kind of how it all started. It was the genesis of Ketochow. It was something that I personally wanted for myself, and didn't even really consider that this might actually become like a business at some point. But
right. So it started out of convenience for your own lifestyle, and then just figured out that, if you had this need, then a lot of other people would too, right? If started with your family and friends, like you said. That's the way the best ideas happen anyway, right? And now look at how many lives you're impacting. I mean, we've done interviews with one of your folks and the Lynette and just had amazing results with it. So I can only imagine how many people in their lives are being touched, by Ketochow. Let's talk about just kind of where we are right now in the season, right? So we've come out of the new year, and everybody gets excited, right? I get excited. We all get excited. We set these goals, and then life happens like it always does and gets us off the wagon, right? And we want to get back on. So a lot of people have had these things like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to, get my body functioning better. And now it's they are where they are, right? They've already missed their goals. So how can how do they just start small? That's why I've got these set up here, because with Ketochow, not only does it taste great, but you've got these kits, these starter kits and the elite kit that we have here. Like, talk a little bit about how someone can, if they feel like they've fallen off and they just can't, it's too much, like you're talking about, how do you make it easy? Like, you've already started with this, so help someone get back up again.
Yeah, that's so great. One thing that's so nice is you can simplify your life by simplifying the amount of prep stuff you have to do. So by having a shake for breakfast or lunch and lunch, you can put the focus on the dinner with the family, like something that's really important to you, taking the time and care and everything to do the most important things in your life. And this meal that you have to have, right, doesn't have to be your focus. It can be something that can get you where you need to go. It can help you with your goals, but it doesn't have to be the stumbling block that you're running into because you just have this quick, easy shake. It just takes complication out of it.
Right.
So that's a good way to get started. You just say, okay, well, I really want to have this nice meal with my family. Let's just do these two things, breakfast, lunch, or even just breakfast, or even, breakfast this day or whatever. And it can just simplify by eliminating something that's difficult. And I think that's always where we get stuck. We just feel so overwhelmed. And if we can just, eliminate something, take something off your plate, then our life can be simpler, and we're not adding more hard stuff to our lives.
Right.
We're actually taking something away, and then it's helping us mentally because we don't have as much stuff to remember, right?
Yeah,
or to try to grasp. But then we're also getting closer to our goals, which is why we're discouraged in the first place. Like we feel like we fell off the wagon. January was great. We're going into March, and we're like, I kind of off. That was so good for a minute. And then
right.
just get back on, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think with the keto diet itself, it's got a great name really in the world now. I mean, people know it's a good thing. Like, they may not know a whole lot about it, but they know for the most part it's a good thing. And there's a lot of tasty foods that you can eat. They just know that there's no carbs, right? Or low carbs or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand the science, but let's talk about a little bit about the science for just a minute. I always comment on it, but I'd love for you guys just to hit the bullet points in a very simple manner and how keto works with someone, not super sciencey as they say, but just basics, and why it's become such a phenomenon really in the health and fitness world.
Yeah, well, we have a friend, you know him, Dr. Ken Bair.
Yes.
He prefers to call keto the proper human diet.
Yeah, right.
Because it eliminates a lot of the questions, eliminates a lot of the back and forth about, is this appropriate for, my grandma? Well, I don't know. Is the proper human diet appropriate for Grandma Jones? Yes, it is. And it's a lot of what a ketogenic diet or a proper human diet is quite simply eliminating the sugar and the starch and the other processed carbohydrates that really have no place in a human diet.
Yeah.
Well, they do have a place, and that's at harvest time, and it's just before the winter. And quite literally, our bodies and this is really interesting, our bodies are designed that when it's harvest time and you come across that blackberry,
right,
you're going to eat the whole thing.
Right.
Like you're not going to leave any. And it's almost like the carbohydrates trigger something in us The sugar triggers something in us that says, you're not satisfied until there's nothing left.
And it's so our bodies can gain weight so that we can make it through the winter.
Yeah,
That's right.
We're programmed to just, bag of potato chips,
Bag it on.
gone. Like, you're just
All
pounding
day.
that down.
Right. Yeah. So
And
that's
go
really
ahead.
good. The whole proper human diet, that's really, really good. So with keto, if somebody's getting started and we're starting with Ketochow, right? I think with everything that you're saying, to get the body in ketosis, we've got to eliminate the carbohydrates. The thing that makes this so easy with Ketochow is that they can do a shake for breakfast, they can do a shake for lunch, and everything tastes good along the way. It's not overwhelming. And then they could do that meal with their family. Maybe it's a big breakfast meal and they do two more shakes during the day, but they can do, a bigger evening meal. But talk about energy levels and that first initial piece that people get worried about, like this. Talk about the keto flu and the thing that kind of makes people shy away from it a little bit.
Well, so with the whole, eating the meal and how you get started on a keto diet, using Ketochow as like your first meal, second meal, that is a really good way to do it. Now, I will absolutely recognize the best way to do a ketogenic diet is eating, say bacon and eggs, steak, eating real whole food. That's by far the best.
For sure.
And if you have the time and the energy and the skills to cook that kind of food,
right,
that is amazing. We do actually get some feedback from people. I once said in something that not everybody is a cookbook author that has time to make all this stuff. And I actually had someone come back that said, I am a cookbook author, and I don't have time to cook food, and I'm using Ketochow to give me that time to actually do my job. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Because it works in conjunction with that. It's like Miriam was saying, it really frees up the time and energy and effort to allow you to concentrate on the really important stuff and just, not worry about that other stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about breakfast or lunch. You can have breakfast for dinner, make bacon and eggs.
Yeah, which
fantastic.
is fantastic. Yeah.
And as far as the keto flu goes, and like I said, it really is something. It's simply a matter of your body doesn't have enough sodium. Sodium has gotten a really bad rap.
And that's where these come in, right? The mineral drops and the magnesium drops and the electrolyte drops. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
And it's a lot of that has to do with some misinterpreted studies and other things like that. But our bodies weren't designed to have sugar in them all the time.
Right.
It's just not a natural state.
Mm-mm.
And when you're constantly just filling up your blood with sugar, one of the things that happens is your kidneys will hold on to sodium crazy. And that's, like I said, it's an unnatural state.
Right.
And when you finally, when you stop eating the sugar, even if you don't do a ketogenic diet, if you lower the amount of sugar that you're eating, insulin comes down. One of the things that's going to happen is your kidneys stop holding on to that sodium, and you'll actually start dumping sodium.
Totally.
You'll start flushing out.
Yeah.
And if on a standard American diet, you eat a lot of salt, it stays with you.
Stays with you.
When you start doing a ketogenic diet or a proper human diet, you're actually going to find out that if you don't eat a lot more salt than is typically consumed on a standard diet, you're actually going to end up feeling lethargic, no energy.
That's good.
Yeah, and dehydration, the whole deal.
Right. Which goes against everything we teach, in practice as far as being a physician, right? We always want people to keep their salt intake lower, but it's because the carbohydrate diet has been so high for so many people for so long. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
So it's the improper diet that's been going on for a long time. That's really great. Yeah, and because a lot of people, that's the biggest thing that we hear is that it's hard to get started. How do we get started? We get a lot of that, and I think that's the question in everybody's mind. Like, how am I going to give up the cookies and the pizza and the ice cream and all that sort of thing, right? It's more of a fear based, like, oh, I don't know. But what people have to realize is that also, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the hunger pains go away once you get into ketosis and your body's functioning off of fat instead of carbohydrates. You feel more satiated. You feel great, right? When you have one of these shakes, I feel great when I drink this. When I drink a keto, I feel great. Like I'm satisfied, especially if you add like the butter or the cream with that. It's amazing. So when you're in that state,
that's one thing that we probably want to bring up. Is one of the interesting things about Ketochow is it doesn't come with any fat.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's kind of like a protein shake with all the vitamins and minerals that you need in it. And that's a key differentiator between Ketochow and, say, just a protein shake. A lot of people are like, well, this is kind of expensive. And they're like, well, if you compare it to a protein shake, yeah. If you compare it to going to the store and buying a bunless burger or something like that,
right,
it's actually less expensive.
Yeah.
And if you mix it up right, you use the right amount of fat, which can be, I mean, like you said, it could be heavy cream, it could be butter, avocado oil, coconut oil.
Any of
those. You have to make sure you mix it right. And you will end up really full.
Yeah, really, really full. And that's why it's so simple. And there's so many different flavors. We're going to do a break right now. We're talking to Chris and Miriam Bair of Ketochow. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're talking to Chris and Miriam Bair of Ketochow, the founders. We're talking about just the keto diet in general, the lifestyle, using Ketochow to be your best friend in the process. I like to call it, because it makes Ketochow, it makes keto easy in every single way. And you've got how many flavors now in the lineup?
Oh, actually, that's a really good question, because we just added red and black licorice, which are super weird, but people are really loving it. I think we're up to 35. It might be 30. I'm not sure, actually.
So we're ahead of Baskin Robbins in the process, right? Or close. Yep. What are they at, like 33 flavors or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
We got them.
I worked there as a kid. So anyway, it popped in my head. But yeah, no, the flavors are amazing. Let's talk about, because we're wanting to help people get started. And Ketochow makes it easy. But what do you think is the biggest key? We were kind of talking about it during the break. What about community? Not feeling like you're on an island by yourself. That's what you guys bring in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah, and we say this a lot. Like, we don't care if you use our products, but give Keto a try. And if you just need, some accountability, somebody who can cheer for you, a little cheerleader who's got your back, like, we're here. We do a live stream every single day on YouTube and Facebook.
Right.
And just for our, customers or community or whatever. And we just really like to just help people know that they're not alone. Because sometimes when you go on a, weird diet like this,
super weird diet,
not everybody's doing it. And when you say, no, I don't eat that. No, I don't eat that. No, thank you. I don't want the cookies. Like, a lot of people just don't understand. And it's nice to be able to go back, message somebody on your phone and say, hey, at work they bring in donuts again, and I was just having a hard time. And I'm like, girl, I got your back. Like,
big time.
We're gonna get through this together. And I feel like we have built a community with our customers, and with people that aren't even our customers, that just space, and we just want to support and help build up. And I think that's what's so great about you, Asa. Like, you've got, you want everybody to improve, and that's what we want too. We just want to build everybody up together.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's why we're doing this together, and that's why I'm excited, because we're on the same mission. And that's what you got to find, is people that want to help others rise, to be a better version of themselves, to believe again, right?
Hey,
that they can. I mean, that's the reality, is we want to help people do that. And community is a great way. And what's interesting, Miriam, is you talk like that. That's not just here on camera. That's how you guys talk all the time. When I first met you, that was your heart. That's why Instant was like, I love these guys. Like, whatever they're doing, I want to help be a part of it. Right. And that's before I really even knew. So it says a lot about you. Talk for we've got 2 minutes. Okay. Help someone get started. 2 minutes.
Okay. So I would say, eliminate your carbs, your sugars, eat meat, dairy, green vegetables. Don't think about anything else but meat, dairy, green vegetables.
Green leafy vegetables.
Green leafy vegetables. But if
Okay.
you do accidentally eat some peas, you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
Shop on the outside of the grocery aisle. So just go to the produce,
The outside.
eggs, and
Yep.
then back inside. About the only thing that's keto on the middle is olives and pickles.
And mustard. Don't forget mustard.
Yeah, if you like mustard. Something that's good too is make yourself like achievable goals. Just give yourself a little bit of
You can get it
instead of
going.
saying, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. Like you're not going to feel good about yourself at the end of your first week when you've only lost 2
Right.
or 1. You know, so
Small win.
so your small wins is I'm going to eat under 20 carbs today.
That's awesome.
And then tomorrow, and then make that the weekly goal the next week. So give yourself something that you can achieve because you're worth it, right?
That's right.
And
Love it.
and your body's worth it.
Yes.
So
It
you
was a
need to take
gift.
care
Our
of
body's a
yourself.
gift, right? So what we do with our body is our gift of giving back. I always say that. And it really is.
Yep.
So here's the deal. We've got starter kits here. The more advanced kits, you can go
Everywhere.
to their website, which is going to be right here. You can see it. Get in touch with our office, whatever. We will help you get to them. Ketochow, shake.com. You can go there, but we'll have everything up for you. Now, here's the starter guide that I was talking about. It's wonderful. It's in both of these kits that you can get a part of. This is Chris and Miriam Bair with us today. They are the founders of Ketochow. I love both of them. Thanks so much for being on the show, guys, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us on the show today. Look, this show's about your health and your life. We want to see you reach your potential every single day. You've got to work to become a better version of you. And if you take the tools and the tips that we talk about here on the show, you'll be better for everyone else around you and for you to live the life you were designed to live. Remember, until next time, always believe.